Man, Seattle, this was good. What's the shit? 28% THC. This was good. That's why it's almost gone, gone, gone. You, me, and he. What we gonna do, baby? I don't wanna let you go. No, no, no. You, me, and he. What we gonna do, baby? What up, y'all? Spirit One, what's up, Boom? Don't you hate when these packages be hard as fuck to open? God damn. Open up, goddamn it. There we go. You, me, and he. What we gonna do, baby? What's up, Chubby? Yeah, I'm back from Seattle. I got back a few hours ago. Just had a quick one-night trip. To film a podcast. Man, it's gonna be a couple weeks for it to come out. But that podcast I did over the weekend, over the weekend, a couple days ago, yesterday, dog, nigga, I did a podcast with Hebrew Israelites. I talked a little earlier when I was on my scooter going through Seattle. Boy, there we go. That shit was frozen like a motherfucker. What y'all talk about in the chat room? Oh yeah, we back in here. It ain't lagging no more. It ain't lagging no more. We back in here. One thing I will not, I'm gonna do a Q&A, but I will not answer gaslighting questions. I won't do that. I won't answer anything because some people be coming in these places asking questions that you know is probably gonna start some controversy with other people. I ain't answering that. To the people asking gaslighting questions in the chat, I'm not gonna answer those. Not doing that. But if your questions are respectful, I'll answer them. But back to nah, that gonna be Luka. Minnesota gonna beat Denver in 6. Who won the beef? Come on now. You know who won that back and forth between Kendrick and Drake. It wasn't even close. Kendrick won every single round. Oh man, K-Dot don't need to do no more shots. K-Dot's done. He's proved this point. I was laughing at people who was keeping score, and they were giving Drake credit for winning a round just because he dropped a song. I'm like, nigga, did you guys listen to the songs that he dropped? Did you actually listen to Push Ups or Family Matters? Both of those songs was whack. Bar for bar, when you must have Drake's balls in your drawers. Like Drake know he lost that. That's why he had to give a concession speech. The Hard Part 6 by Drake, that's what we call a concession speech. And you heard the Hard Part 6 by Drake that was like the fuck boys anthem right there. Like you ever like do some shit, start some shit with a fuck boy, or some fuck boy start some shit, and you get them, and they be like, "Man, I wasn't even taking it serious though. Man, it was just, man, I was just coming in for a workout, just trying something new, man. You ain't even on my level." Anytime somebody gets cooked and says, "Man, you ain't even on my level," that's how they know they lost. Damn what I think. Damn what I think. We listened to Drake's Hard Part 6. He knew he lost. Drake knew he lost. Man, that's why, man, I'm gonna get back to doing. You only did this because you have a new album coming out and yada yada yada. I got a question for Drake fans. What do you get out of his listening to his music? Now, I get on people who are the only respectable answer I've gotten to this point is Drake is some shit that is he somebody that the ladies like, and I know niggas that listen to Drake only because they trying to get a lady's draws down. I get that. Outside of getting a woman's draws, because most of you Drake fans don't get no draws. Most male Drake fans, most of you niggas is single as eunuchs. You ain't, but so for outside of getting the draws, what do you niggas get from listening to Drake? His music is corny as fuck. Cornball music. All right, what we talking about in the chat? Somebody said Kendrick's biggest moments, including Drake's. No, he didn't. Kendrick's biggest moment was winning a Pulitzer Prize for Damn, and Drake wasn't included in that. Second childhood, you sound like a nigga that got two daddies, nigga. No, you sound like a nigga that got two mamas. Whatever it is. Somebody said if Drake was fat, well, I like Kendrick and Kendrick's music isn't fat, so that kind of fucks up your hypothesis, Mr. Two Dads, Mr. Two Fathers. Somebody say ain't nobody laying no wood. Well, Pack, you sound like you ain't laying no wood at all. So yeah, no, you wouldn't lay no wood to Kendrick, no. But most of you niggas that listen to Drake, you ain't laying no wood to him either. You niggas just fantasizing about the bitch you want to lay wood on. You niggas ain't actually getting her, most of you niggas. You're right though, Mustafa. It has been even though that's a good point, Mustafa the Great. It's been more dudes crying about this battle than women. Drake, for the most part, has a female fan base, and a lot of dudes will listen to Drake so that they can get in the draws, whatever. But women ain't really crying over Drake. It's you niggas. It's you niggas that are crying over Drake. His motherfucker name. Hey, Hog7 said, well, you don't get them hoes. I can look at them braids in your face. Y'all niggas suck. Drake fans, you niggas jack off. Drake fans watch porn and listen to Drake when they jacking off. That's why y'all niggas are so hurt. You niggas be watching porn, listening to Drake. Listen to Drake. You niggas be like, punks. Yeah, Drake got a beehive. Now, regional radio stations stopped existing back in the early 2000s. They all got bought up by the early 2000s. Hey, boy, hey, you know you're not on my ass. You sound gay as fuck. I don't want no man on my ass. That's why that's the issue with you Drake niggas. You Drake niggas are too busy trying to be on another man's ass. That's the problem. Hog 77, right there. I'm on your ass. Yeah, that's the problem. You listening to Drake and you on another nigga's ass. Fucking weirdos. Jesus got holes in his hands and his feet. How can Jesus loved me, but Jesus couldn't give me no water. Water to slip out through that hole in his hand. Name a diss track better than Hit 'Em Up. No Vaseline, Euphoria, Meet the Grams, 616. Do you think? Do you think the industry tried to? Do you think the industry tried? Yeah, like, or no, R&B was already dead by the time Drake got there. R&B was effectively killed off by the 2000s. It was R&B was bad. R&B was on life support in the 90s, in the late 90s, and then when Usher came in, when Usher had been around since the 90s. When Usher got to number one, like 2000, what 2002, 2003. When Usher and Beyonce got to the top, that's when R&B died. R&B had been dead by the time Drake came around. Look at that Freudian slip. You said, 616 is hot better than Hit 'Em Up. You damn right. Either you type that on purpose or it's a Freudian slip. Either way it go, you're right. What's up, Ebony? Yeah, I was just in your city, Ebony. I was at that same studio you was at that time. I was doing a St. Nick's podcast. We did a couple of shows. I was going at it with these Hebrew Israelites. This nigga, this nigga, Hog 77 listened to Drake while he sit on a deal. What's up, Crib? Hey, what's up with niggas that get mad when your opinion is different than them? Oh, that song is not better than that song. You think the other song is better than nigga? Go listen to it. Why you listening to me? Go listen to Hit 'Em Up. And then we done listening to Hit 'Em Up, debate yourself. Because I'm still going to say Meet the Grams was better. So, what up, KZL? That movie, Not Another Church movie kind of pissed me off. I saw the premiere. Not Another Church movie. He had everything right to be a great film. It had Jamie Foxx in it, Viv Fox, Tisha Campbell. Jamie's and all their parts are funny. The names were funny in that movie. Tyler Ferry imitating church. Everything about that movie was set up to be perfect. Shit was funny as fuck the first 5 minutes and then fell flat. And it would only be funny. It didn't get funny again until like Tisha Campbell got on camera. Man, that movie didn't have no music bed. It could have been a lot better. Yeah, Meet the Grams. Appreciate the Ebony. Yeah, tip the host. Meet the Grams was a particle by particle breakdown. Like, see, a lot of people like Hit 'Em Up and those other songs because they fast paced and they See, a lot of you motherfuckers aren't patient with music. And that's why music sucks these days. Because we have a generation that grew up not hearing intros and bridges and vamps. and music at a pace that made you listen to the lyrics. You niggas are so used to 808s pumping to where you just Drake is so catchy to a lot of you. Drake is catchy to a whole bunch of dumb niggas. All the niggas started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Now I'm here. You niggas literally let a Jewish kid tell you he started from the bottom, and you niggas was bobbing your head to that 15 years ago. I remember that. I remember that shit came out. Started from the bottom. Now I'm here. I was like, who is? They were like, this that Drake dude? And everybody in the club was like, started from the bottom now. That was back in my club days when that shit dropped. Everybody was started from the bottom. Now I'm here. I'm like, there's nothing about this dude. This is before I even knew his background. I was like, there's nothing about this dude that started from the bottom. And what the fuck? This this song was so fucking, it was catchy, but it was stupid. Yeah, see, you right about the A2. Kendrick closed the deal with, with the West Coast banger. You're right. It was over by then. It was over. It was like Meet the Graham really just killed. Like Drake was already Euphoria kind of sliced and diced his own soul. Euphoria was a track that Kendrick wrote specifically for Drake to listen to look in the mirror. What's up, Miriam? What's up, Kenneth Berry? He wrote 616 to go at Drake's Inner Circle, and then he came out with that Meet the Grams to just kill him off. And that shit was a particle by particle. Meet the Grams is very diabolical. See, a lot of you huffing and puffing niggas, y'all was the coldest line and hit him up was, "Well, I fucked your wife." That was cold to the motherfucker. Don't get me wrong, that was cold to the motherfucker. The rest of that shit was a whole bunch of angry. Just Meet the Grams wasn't angry. Meet the Grams was very clear-minded and sophisticatingly devious. And you motherfuckers who grew up and you weren't 35 and under. Hell, my age, I'm 42. A lot of people my age, 42 and under. I was supposed to be part of the generation that grew up on the dumb shit. I was just smart enough to back off around 95. I was like, man, this music's starting not to sound good anymore. Let me take a step back. And I started listening to older shit to kind of like, I would listen to samples and listen to shit my dad say and do a side by side between the original and the remake. And the original always sounded better. And I remember thinking like, damn, I love this song, but then the original sound way better. And so I concluded by the time I was 2021, and we're talking about 2002, by 2002, I concluded they made much better music before 1979 than they did after 1979. And I was born in 1981. That was a tough decision to come to, but that just came from me being a musician and knowing music and knowing how to put music together and knowing what quality is versus what's not. And was like, yeah, all that shit I grew up on in the 90s, as far as on the R&B side, as much as I loved it, it couldn't compare quality-wise to R&B of the 70s. Just couldn't. And think about it. We've had more time since the 90s than I had from the 90s to the 70s. And it's only gotten worse. You're right. People remember all the good stuff from the era, not the crap. I got somebody in the comments of a video. I just saw a drop down. I got somebody in the comments asking me questions of an old video instead of being here in the live asking questions. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right, Job. Man. How he started out calm, and then by the middle he crescendo. It got to get in the aggressive. That's a crescendo. Something else that you don't get out of Drake's music. The whole song is la da 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 da. La da 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 da. I never understood why I like Drake. Cause it just be different words than la da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. That's all you're giving Drake. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Like, dude, y'all think that's interesting music? Okay. Yeah, Meet the Grams is one of the greatest. Like Meet the Grams is a song. That writing style on Meet the Grams. See, Kendrick did something new with Meet the Grams in hip hop. This motherfucker literally, you never heard a diss song where somebody talked to somebody's whole and called him by name, yo Adonis, called his son, nigga. And if you don't understand, play this back when you 18. How do you go at somebody's son and then you go with their daddy and say, I wish you would have, and then you go with their mama and tell their mama to sit down, and these people are still living. Like, dude, then you go with the daughter. Meet the Grams was just, that was another level musically. I was like, okay. Meet the Grams gave me something I hadn't heard before. And y'all know me, I listen to a lot of music. Yeah, he said, this is a battle with yourself, nigga. Boy, don't lie on me. I won't tell truth about you. Right. It's just like, yo. The Drake versus Kendrick beef is bigger right now because y'all gotta understand. Although Tupac and Biggie beef, and I was around for that, although that was the biggest beef in hip hop was the big boy on the block at the time. Hip hop was still making its way up. R&B was still more popular. 1996, Michael Jackson outsold Tupac and Biggie. 1996, Michael Jackson had Biggie on a song on the History album and didn't even put his name on it. He didn't need to. 1996, you still have like most of the world, most of them is like country music and heavy metal rock. You know, the Seattle sound is still around at that time. So it was more of a diverse palette of music at that time. And although Tupac and Biggie was the biggest thing in hip hop still was somewhat of a side story at that time. This Drake Kendrick beef, they gave a timeline of that shit on Fox 11 News, on the TV news. The TV news didn't say shit about the Biggie and Tupac debate until the niggas died. So understand that this beef is is further reaching than Biggie and Tupac's beef at the time. Somebody has Antonio has Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole been relevant 15. The reason why they've been relevant for so long, and they said there was new talent because the industry stifles new talent. This not so much J. Cole and Kendrick, but Drake. People like Drake, people like Jay Z before Drake. Be on Jay Z head so much. They find whatever the new trend, they'll get that. They'll just basically take that new trend themselves and either sign them artists and make them writers for them, or do some shit like stifle, like tell people, oh, yeah, don't put those artists on the show I'm gonna be on, so they can't see them. So the industry purposely stifles talent. You know, Drizzy Smollett. You know what I mean? I'm sure Drake did go back to Canada. Hey, Drake better raise Adonis, because if Drake don't raise Adonis right, and boy, if Drake is bad, doesn't do right by his son, and his son listens to songs they're on, ugh, that's pretty bad. What's up, Plan A Radio? What's up, show? I didn't even see show in here. I was back. I'm scrolling back on old comments. What's up, DJ Show? That nigga about to get married next week. Yeah. Well, yeah, the industry's been purposely sitting on and stifling new talent. Yep, I'm freed up out of Facebook jail. He said, this nigga was great in Godzilla -1. Yearly salary in California. I don't know, man. Shit, I don't live up that way, but I know it's expensive as fuck. I just if your spirit, the right thing to do is make that move. Then make that move and let the money, settle itself out. People always talk about how much it takes to live in LA. I'm like, all right. I be seeing estimates like you can always find spaces. I live good here in LA, but it'll never be reflected in the numbers. You said Suge Knight back on Demon Time. What did Suge do recently? Let me know. If you thought I was phased on love, then you got glaucoma. Like for real. You need to get your eyes checked. You vision is somewhere in between Ray Charles and Stevie Wonders, if you thought that. And if you thought that that was funny, your level of hilarity is the level of Joe Biden's. You got the comedic skills of Joe Biden and the vision of Ray Charles. You all the way lost. I appreciate the anniversary of the shout. Yep. This past Thursday was me and my wife's 10th anniversary, and that shit was fun. Mm-hmm. What I do for a living, a whole lot. One thing I do is read cards, book an appointment at breakthroughcards.com. You dig? I run my mouth for a living. If you think I look Samoan, A2, I question your vision too. Or at least your question. Do you know what Samoans have that I don't? Long flowing hair, nigga. When the last time you seen a goddamn bald Samoan? Samoan motherfuckers, them motherfuckers have hair and they do not lose their hairline. You said that they had that Aurora tonight, but LA is too much it's too cloudy in LA. It's too cloudy tonight for us to see that. I tried to go look at I tried to look at that shit in Seattle last night, but I didn't see none of it. Do I snore? Ask your sister if I snore or not, all right? Ask her. Now, not all your sisters, just that one sister of yours that just turned 30, her. Ask her if I snore or not. Let me see here. A teeter hang up that the nigga sleep by his ankles. Oh, you say you have a brother and he's gay? That means you're gay too. So yeah. Is your brother the one that turned you out? There is no best cookout song. It's the best cookout playlist. Ain't no one great cookout song. All them hoes is good. This nigga, this nigga Mark G. This motherfucker Mark G has an ankh. They got an ankh belt that he puts in his uterus. He said, "Yeah, I don't know where we at. St. Louis? Hell no. What the fuck? What the hell make you think I be in St. Louis? No disrespect to St. Louis, but nah, I ain't there. And I have no desire to go. Now I will go to St. Louis if it's a show out there that they paying. St. Louis, here I come. Outside of that, I do want to see them mounds though. That's outside of St. Louis. I do want to see them mounds. That big ass mound. Yeah, I'll go see that big ass mound in St. Louis and then keep on going up north to Chicago. Man, I saw some shit the other like about 2 weeks ago. They had something where it's like, what was it? You could it was like these river tours where you could tour the Mississippi, and it was like you could get like a little tour boat, and it goes up and down the Mississippi from New Orleans to Minneapolis. And I was thinking like, man, that'd be dope. And then I clicked on it, and I saw all them old white people with them fucking Dixie flags. I was like, oh, hell nah. I ain't doing no goddamn Mississippi riverboat tour. I thought about them niggas that had to whoop them people's asses last year. Yeah. Hey, the Diamonds, yep. I don't trip. He said he better going to the Need to Pay concert this weekend. Yeah, yeah, I had a riverboat missing. You damn right. No, for real, because I was like scrolling through Facebook. He was like tour. Because I like driving. Me and the wife, I like driving and taking road trip. I love flying too, but I fly. I fly when I want to get there. I like to sometimes drive though. Like I love driving to Texas. Like when I was in Seattle today, I was thinking like the next time I go to Seattle, I'm probably gonna drive to Seattle the next time I go. She was like 1,100 miles. I could do that. That ain't nothing. If I wanted to, I could push and do it in a day, but I'm not gonna do it in a day. I'm gonna split that shit in 2 days. Yeah, I love driving. So I'm sorry, riverboat tour. I was like, I get to still see America, but I could do it from the water. But then I was like, man, I saw them old people on the ads, and when I took went on the internet, and I saw photos of that tour, and I saw them old white people in that shit. I said, oh, hell no. So it ain't gonna be no Mississippi River tour for me. Highway 17 from DC through Florida. I'm gonna try that one day. Cause I like Highway 17, Freeway 17 from Phoenix to Sedona. Most of it is mesas. And those mesas are amazing because mesas are formed after the last warming and ice. Mountains start to recede about 40,000 years ago when that last warming and ice age started to pull back. I appreciate the Cash App, Chubby. And hit the Cash App, $DWannBrown. Y'all up in here. But those mesas that you see in Arizona, that's because those was once mountain ranges that when the ice age happened, it just stripped those mountains flat. And there, to that point, that to get to Sedona, man, that red rock, that country is so beautiful back there, man. I like scenery when I drive. That's why I love California so much. So y'all see California as San Francisco, LA, and nah. California is I'm a nature nigga. If you a nature nigga, if you're into nature, California is one of the best states to live in. I mean, the drive down the one PCH through Big Sur. Oh my God, that beach, that is such a beautiful drive. I've done that a few times. And you'll see Big Sur's always on car commercials, those bridges and shit. But Big Sur, I mean, driving, even here, the PCH here in LA, just go to Malibu, Big Rock, the mountain ranges you can drive in LA. I mean, California, the deserts. Me and the wife in a couple weeks, we about to go out to Death Valley, and it's a spot in Death Valley I want to see. Just was, because Death Valley is the lowest point on Earth, and Mount Whitney is the highest point in America, in the United States. And Mount Whitney and Death Valley are about 100 miles apart. It literally goes from the highest plane on the continent, in the country, to the lowest plane in the world. That's all. That's how I love California. The Sierra Nevadas, driving the 390. You ever drive the 395 from LA to Lake Tahoe? You go up through the 14 like you go to Lancaster, and then you go past Lancaster, past Palmdale, past California City, and then you get to the 395 highway. And then 395 is on the backside of the Sierra Nevadas. So you go on the backside of Sequoia, the backside of Yosemite, and it's just the most beautiful mountain range. Then you have lakes. You have like Mono Lake. You have a whole bunch of lakes and beautiful country right there in front of you. And then you look to the left, there's these beautiful ass mountain ranges. I love that shit. I like driving the 101. I like driving the 5 when you get past Sacramento and you start going into Redding, like past Redding into Mount Shasta. That's beautiful on the 5. We're leaving Redding and going up that mountain to Mount Shasta and Shasta Lake. Yeah. You say in Louisiana? Yeah. But yeah, the redwood trees, yeah, Miriam. Man, I love going to the redwoods. Man, me and the wife, I swear to God, we spent the last 10 years just driving to different spots in California. Russian River up there in Northern California, Hillsburg, um, where the Bohemian Grove is. I found that shit by mistake. Like you said, Mount Shasta's on your bucket list. Man, when I was flying to Seattle yesterday, I got a beautiful shot of Mount Shasta from my phone. I took a great picture of Mount Shasta from the sky. But I want to go to Mount Shasta because the whole shit was snowy. It was like that snow cap was only like the last couple times I went to Mount Shasta, it was major forest fires that had just gone on. and it was smoky. Yeah, but it's so many different topographies and places I want to go, and there's still some places I haven't been yet. Like there's still certain parts of Yosemite I haven't been to yet. And I mean, although I've been that way, it was kind of like just driving through. There's some parts of Sequoia I haven't been yet, and I've been all over the state. I still haven't been up to Eugene, not Eugene, Eureka. I still haven't been up to Eureka. This is the top of the state, so man, I love it. I love driving. I'm a nature nigga, so a lot of these niggas, people need to move down to the south, nigga. Wine country, both Napa wine country. Three actually, my favorite is three wine countries I love because you got to make it a wine country. That shit's trash. So all you niggas live in Temecula, y'all buying overpriced bad wine. That wine is fucking horrible in Temecula. But I like going over to Central Coast, Santa Maria, and get some wine. Shit. Was more disrespectful. Drake said using AI Tupac. Drake using AI Tupac and Snoop is the most disrespectful thing. Him saying he's a bigger rapper in LA than K Dot. Well, we all just he now just found out the truth to that. That's a great fucking question. Um, who was some artists I didn't like at first that I liked them over time? I would say Tupac was one. Tupac, I didn't like Tupac at first when he first came. I like Digital Underground. I like this part on Digital Underground, but like some of the early Tupac stuff, I liked it a little later. I started to grow to appreciate Tupac more after he died. While he was out, I was in Ice Cube more than Tupac. Um, yeah, Temecula is beautiful. That wine country Temecula is beautiful as fuck. It's just cheap ass wine. It's just very cheap, overpriced wine. I didn't like Music Soul Child when he first came out. And then like it took me about when Music Soul Child first dropped, I hated that first song. That first song that he dropped. And I wasn't I became a bigger fan of Music Soul Child when his second album dropped. Then I went back and listened to his first album and was like, oh, okay, I get it now. But when Music Soul Child first, and Music Soul Child is one of my favorite all-time artists. Like he got me through college. But the first album I wasn't feeling. But when Just Listen dropped, that second Music Soul Child album, that's when I became like I got everything. I still buy Music Soul Child albums, the new shit. Feel the Real, that just dropped a couple years ago. Feel the Real, I'm drawing a blank on the last one that just came out, the blue one. So happy Mother's Day, Rob Miller. Happy Mother's Day to all y'all. The reason why the boys high five and those groups disappeared because the record label stopped funding them. That's why. Record label stopped putting the money up for black male R&B groups in the '90s, and then we got left with Jagged Edge and Next. When that last class of black male R&B groups was Next, Jagged Edge, all them, wasn't feeling them. He said, "Who's taller, Simone Biles and Music Soul Child?" Man, most of them singer niggas is short. But some Music Soul Child. I remember one time when I met me. I can't say I met Music Soul Child. We were at a celebrity basketball game, and I I said what's up. I didn't really talk to him like that, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I chopped it up with him. I didn't do all that. But I remember I was at a celebrity basketball game. We were back in the like behind. This is where like all the people, all the invited people are. Like it was at USC, and we in the back where the open bar is and shit, and people, and I just hear some niggas singing to these chicks, and I look over, I don't see nothing. I look down, oh shit, that's Music Soul Child, and this nigga was just shibba dubba doo. I was like, okay. If I could smack one artist across the face and discuss who would it be? Probably Drake. And this is before that Kendrick beef. It's just because I've always seen him as a culture vulture slash little girl lover for the last 10 years. Johnny Gill's music didn't get enough time. He was great. I don't no one really talks about Johnny Gill. He just most of the great R&B of the 90s, they didn't get pushed. They didn't get adequate funding. They didn't get the industry killed off R&B on purpose. And the 90s is when they really and a lot of great artists of the 90s were victims of the R&B the music industry saying, you know what? We're done with this shit. We're about to put our money behind hip hop. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here, y'all. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about yet tomorrow though. But I'll be back on tomorrow. I just don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about yet, but I'm out though. I'm jet lag. My jet lag, I think it's starting finally starting to hit. I flew to Seattle yesterday. Then I flew back home today. So I think now I'm that jet lag is starting to hit me. So I'm about to be the fuck up out of here, y'all. I'll holler at y'all. I'll be back on this bitch tomorrow, probably in the morning tomorrow. All right. Go to DwannBrown.com for all your good shit. All right, I'm out.